Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take a whole stack of sources and, well, we pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge just for you. Today, we're really diving deep into Darius Foroux's book, Do It Today. Overcome procrastination, improve productivity, and achieve more meaningful things.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So you know that feeling, just completely swamped, like the world keeps throwing challenges at you. Could be global stuff, money worries, or just that never-ending to-do list.
Oh, yeah. It's relatable.
Foroux kind of argues that all this pressure can make us just drift, go on autopilot. We become passive in our own lives.
Right. Spectators instead of players.
Exactly. So our mission here is to unpack his really practical philosophy for breaking out of that. We want to explore how you can shift from feeling overwhelmed, maybe stuck, to actively boosting your effectiveness.
And actually hitting those goals that matter.
Right. The meaningful ones.
Yeah.
And doing it without completely burning yourself out.
And it's interesting, Foroux himself points out that his motivation, especially for updating the book, came from seeing how these huge global things, pandemics, inflation, conflicts, were making people retreat, become more passive. But his goal isn't to turn everyone into some kind of, miserable workaholic. Not at all. He wants to provide a toolkit, really, a roadmap for anyone to adapt and actually thrive.
So it's more than just a book then?
Oh, yeah. He frames Do It Today as much more. It's a lifestyle, he says, a philosophy, even a movement. It's all about getting the most out of right now.
Okay.
Pushing yourself, sure, but the key part is doing meaningful work. And he's lived it. He talks about his own journey, reading, journaling, blogging consistently. It embodies his whole belief that our actions, well, they are our character. They don't just reveal it.
Okay, so where does he start? Right off the bat, he says battling procrastination is fundamentally an inner battle.
Inside job.
Yeah. Not your slow computer or the noisy office, it's what's going on in your head. He even shares a story about feeling stuck himself, doing freelance stuff, but avoiding the hard parts.
The uncomfortable work, he calls it.
Right, and just escaping into a regular job instead. I think that probably resonates with a lot of people.
Absolutely. And his fix isn't some quick hack or magic bullet. He really stresses building a sustainable system.
A system, okay.
Yeah, think of it like prepping for a fight. You don't just wing it.
Yeah.
Foroux talks about daily mental toughness exercises, studying stoicism, pragmatism, mindfulness, that kind of thing.
And physical stuff, too.
Oh, yeah. Daily exercise being war ready, as he puts it, plus consistent habits. Journaling, reading, setting priorities, real human contact, and being really strict about avoiding useless information.
That last one's tough.
It is. He also talks about having a list of small, important tasks and understanding persuasion. It's all about that preparation before the challenge hits.
Okay, and focus. That's a big one for procrastination.
Yeah.
He's pretty blunt, isn't he? Saying we actually give permission to distractions.
He is blunt. Notifications, gossip, even like a random cat video, we let them steal our attention. It's a bit uncomfortable to admit, but...
It's true. So what's the fix then? What can we actually do?
Well, from his own experience, he offers two really key strategies. First, his mantra is just eliminate, eliminate, eliminate.
They step things out.
Ruthlessly. He argues we collect so much unnecessary baggage ideas, projects, stuff, and focus depends on simplifying. Constantly. He realized YouTube was just sucking up his time.
A time sink, yeah.
Totally pulling him from writing, podcasting, so boom, he eliminated it.
Okay, that's one. What's the second?
Second is think about past success. And this isn't just, feel-good fluff. It actually triggers serotonin.
The brain chemistry.
Exactly, which helps regulate delayed gratification, improves long-term focus. It pushes back against that urge for the quick, easy pleasure.
He doesn't pull any punches about procrastination. He brings up his college days, mentions research. He sees it as a sign of poor self-regulation.
Yeah, not just a harmless habit.
No, he says it can lead to depression, anxiety, stress. He even compares it to alcohol or drug abuse, which is pretty strong.
It is strong, and it perfectly sets up his next big point. Willpower doesn't work. Systems do.
Okay. So relying on sheer willpower is a mistake.
A big one, he argues. We just overestimate our self-control. Procrastination often starts small, right? Oh, I'll just check the news for a second.
Then it snowballs.
Exactly. So instead of relying on that shaky internal switch, you need a solid system, backed by research. Things like self-imposed deadlines, accountability partners.
Working in chunks, maybe. Like Pomodoro.
Yeah, working in intervals, daily exercise, good diet, getting rid of distractions systematically. But underpinning it all, strong internal motivation, knowing your why.
Knowing your why. Okay, so if we want to stop wasting time, get more effective,
Hmm.
where's the starting line? 4O, borrowing from Peter Drucker, gives us a pretty simple exercise, right?
He does. It's the know thy time exercise. Sounds simple, but it can be really revealing. 3 steps.
Lenos.
Okay, first, know thy time. Keep an activity log, hour by hour, for at least 2 weeks, but he prefers a month.
Write it all down.
Every bit. He insists your memory just won't cut it. Keep a notepad handy. Second step, identify the non-productive work.
Okay.
Go through that log and ask the tough question for each thing. What would actually happen if I stopped doing this?
Be honest with yourself.
Brutally honest. If the answer is nothing, well, you've found a time waster.
And step 3.
Eliminate the time wasters. Just cut them. Get rid of those trivial things. The exercise isn't just about spotting waste. It forces you to become aware of those unproductive habits you might not even notice.
It's like holding up a mirror.
Pretty much. A very honest mirror.
And he's pretty open about himself, right? Calling himself an unproductive person at heart. Says the system is everything for him.
Yeah, totally candid. And he lists 10 habits of unproductive people. We probably don't have time for all 10, but...
Let's hit a few key ones.
Yeah.
Which was jumped out at you?
Okay, well, working too much. That one's interesting.
How so? Seems counterintuitive.
Right. But he says it leads to crashes, lower productivity overall. Like Hemingway stopping writing mid-flow at his peak for the day.
Preserve the energy. Okay, what else?
Worrying too much, the endless what-if game, occupies your mind with stuff that usually never happens. He quotes Montaigne.
My life has been full of terrible misfortunes, most of which never happened. Love that quote.
It's perfect, isn't it? Then there's checking things. He says this isn't real action, just consumption.
Like constantly checking email or social media.
Exactly. He deleted news and social apps, doesn't have email on his phone, only checks when he can actually respond. He calls it a checking vice, no outcome.
That takes discipline.
A lot. Also, neglecting your personal education, he's blunt. Your life stops when learning stops. Big advocate for continuous learning, books, courses, whatever.
Keep feeding the brain.
Always. And one more. Hating rules. He admits he used to be a maverick resisting structure,
Yeah.
but he realized rules are essential for getting things done. He quotes an ad director, Josh Weltman, saying problem solving needs a weird combination of freedom and constraint.
Interesting. So he has his own rules.
Oh, yeah. Like, never complain, read and exercise every day, and a big one. Close the day every evening by setting your next day's priorities.
Setting priorities the night before. That leads into his evening ritual, doesn't it? That 30-minute routine to kick life in the ass.
That's the one. It's designed to fight back against poor sleep, which apparently messes up the day for nearly half of Americans.
Wow, that many.
Yeah. So this ritual stops a tired morning from wrecking your good intentions. 4 parts.
Okay, break it down.
First, close the day. That's 10 minutes. Journaling about wins, lessons, memorable stuff, like Jim Rohn said, applaud or prod yourself.
Reflect and assess. Got it.
Second, review tomorrow's calendar. 10-20 minutes. This is key for reducing stress. You explicitly schedule time for problems or tasks from today so they don't swirl around in your head overnight.
Puts them in their box for tomorrow.
Exactly. Third, prepare your outfit. Sounds minor, but it saves morning brain power. Less decision fatigue, takes maybe 5 minutes.
Smart. Little wins.
And fourth, visualize the last 5 minutes or so. Visualize the next day playing out successfully in detail. Charles Duhigg talks about this in Smarter, Faster, Better. Helps you ditch the snooze button and gives you focus right away.
That's a packed 30 minutes. Okay, shifting gears a bit. Attention management. Foroux strongly advocates disconnecting from the internet. Says most people are used by technology.
It's a strong take, yeah. He points out how tech is designed to grab us Netflix autoplay, YouTube suggestions. It's not accidental.
No, it's engineered.
And research shows these distractions cause stress, frustration, make everything feel harder. Remember that study? Test scores were 26% higher when phones were just out of the room.
26%, that's huge.
And get this, nearly 38% of people in that study rated their phone as important as, or more important than, their close friends.
Ouch. That's sobering.
Isn't it? So Foroux's solution is radical. Switch from always connected to always disconnected.
What does that look like in practice?
Wi-Fi and mobile data off by default on his phone. Uses blocking apps like self-control on his laptop. Ditches distracting apps and notifications. He sees the internet as a tool powerful, but needs moderation, like food or exercise. Don't gorge on it.
And his point about deathbeds. Nobody regrets not spending more time online.
Powerful perspective, right?
Definitely. Now, he really digs into what he thinks is the single biggest reason we procrastinate. He looks back at his own history.
Yeah, avoiding sales calls as a teen, last-minute college papers, calling avoidance research when freelancing.
He connects it all to one core discovery, doesn't he?
He does. The big secret he found was, I'm finally doing something that I love.
So it's about the work itself.
Fundamentally, he argues work isn't inherently bad. He loves writing, does it every day. All the productivity hacks are pointless if you don't care about what you're doing.
He quotes Ryan Holiday about books.
Life is too short to read books you don't enjoy reading, and applies it to work. Life is too short to do work you don't enjoy.
So procrastination might just be a signal.
A huge signal that you're not doing meaningful work. The sweet spot is finding work you love and you're good at.
Love it and good at it. Okay. And to really lock in that focus, especially on work you love, he brings up mantras.
Yeah, an ancient habit. But he's very pragmatic about it.
How does he define it? Not in a mystical way.
No, he defines it simply as words or utterances believed to have psychological power, used for centuries across cultures. Like Floyd Mayweather repeating, hard work, dedication.
Simple, powerful. What's Foroux?
Just let's go. He uses it when he wakes up, before work, before workout. It's a trigger to shift into action mode, enter a worry-free zone. Taking action when fear hits.
Let's go. I like that. This all leads to a really critical idea he presents. Manage your attention, not your time. That feels like a major shift.
It really is, because, as he points out, distractions aren't new. Socrates worried about the barrenness of a busy life ages ago. Seneca said new distractions always pop up.
So trying to control time is futile.
Exactly. You can't manage time itself. You can only manage where you put your attention. Busyness and distraction are linked. And ultimately, he says, focus determines the quality of your life.
Focus determines quality of life.
Okay.
So we've covered the mindset. Let's get into more specific productivity boosters. He comes back to smartphones, that stat about people valuing phones over friends or parents.
It's shocking, isn't it? 37.4% rated phones equal to or more important than friends. 29.4% said the same about parents.
Wild. And the impact on performance.
That 26% higher test score with phones removed. So Foroux didn't just note this, he acted. Radically changed his phone habits.
Remind us what he did.
Turned off all notifications except calls and texts, left most WhatsApp groups, deleted news apps, curated his consumption strictly music, paid journalism, specific articles, podcasts, YouTube only for learning entertainment, books.
And no instant responses.
Nope. Refused to be a slave to the ping. He says this shift helped him get more done, feel less distracted, and actually carve out more time for things that make him happy.
Makes sense. Okay, next up. Perfectionism. He calls it procrastination with a mask. That's sharp.
Very sharp. He sees two types. Those who never start because they doubt themselves.
Paralyzed by what if I fail?
Right. And those who start but set the bar impossibly high, leading to anxiety, worry, even depression. Research links it to low self-esteem, too.
So what's the antidote?
He calls it learned resourcefulness. Basically, building the ability to manage your emotions and thoughts under stress, using problem-solving skills, and delaying gratification.
Finding a middle ground.
Exactly. A sweet spot. He says, do great work like a perfectionist, but don't give too much attention to your goals like a slacker. And finally, combine it with this, resourcefulness. Adjust, solve problems, don't just give up.
Resourcefulness.
Okay.
Now, for listeners wanting to learn more, he actually details how he reads 100 books a year. That sounds daunting.
It does, but he breaks it down.
Yeah.
He was frustrated reading only 5 books one year, knowing how vital reading is. So he developed 5 strategies.
Let's hear them.
1, buy in bulk. Have books ready to go? No excuses.
Keep the pipeline full.
2, always be reading. ABR. Minimum 1 hour a day, even small chunks, commutes, lunch breaks. At 50 pages an hour, it adds up fast. Over 100 books a year, easily.
An hour a day. Doable in chunks.
3, read relevant books only. Don't force yourself through books you're not feeling, even bestsellers. Read what excites you, what applies to you.
Permission to quit a book? Good.
4, read multiple books simultaneously. Different books for different moods or times. Maybe complex stuff in the morning, lighter reads at night.
Mix it up.
And 5, crucially, retain the knowledge. Don't just consume, engage. Use pens, highlight sparingly for aha moments, fold pages, summarize in your own words, copy quotes. The real key is applying it.
Apply what you learn. Makes sense. Now here's another one that feels backward. take a vacation for productivity.
Seems odd, right? But his logic is sound. We recharge our phones, our cars. Why not ourselves?
Oh, boy.
Vacations cut stress, prevent burnout. And while you're not productive during the vacation, coming back refreshed creates this desire to be more efficient, get more done in less time.
Recharge leads to a new drive.
Exactly. He quotes Dale Carnegie, "Rest often, rest before you get tired." But he warns the vacation must be genuinely restful, not like...
National Lampoon's Vacation.
Precisely. His tips: plan if you need to, but be flexible. Make a daily movie in your mind to stay present. Read a lot like Bill Gates' Think Weeks and let yourself be bored.
Boredom fosters creativity.
Not really, like for Andy Warhol. But too much rest is also bad. The right rest makes you restless for useful work again.
A balance. Okay, and to make sure that useful work happens, he uses time blocking. Simple idea, powerful impact.
Very much so. You just use your calendar to block out specific time slots for your top priorities. And during that block, you work only on that one thing.
Protects your focus time.
Totally. It forces self-awareness and ensures you make progress on the important stuff, not just the urgent stuff. He mentions Cal Newport doing this every evening, planning the next day meticulously.
Any tips for making time blocking work?
Yeah. Plan for 10 mins the night before. Be ready to rearrange blocks. Use recurring blocks for regular tasks. Don't overschedule no crazy 10-hour productive days. Build in buffer time. And always block more time than you think you need.
Overestimate the time needed. Smart.
He really pushes back against the idea of an empty calendar being virtuous. Meaningful work is hard. It needs consistent effort, not just waiting for inspiration.
Right. Okay, so we've got procrastination and productivity covered. What about achieving more? Especially when you feel lost, like you don't know what you want.
Yeah, this is where he gets really practical again. He doesn't say panic. He accepts uncertainty. Quotes Eleanor Roosevelt, "If life were predictable, it would cease to be life."
So it's okay not to have it all figured out.
Totally okay. He admits he started writing without a clear endpoint, just a direction wanting to contribute, enjoy his work. It's about know your direction, not your destination.
Find your compass heading.
Exactly. And while you're figuring it out, he says, focus on improving 7 universal skills. Skills you can always rely on.
What are they?
Okay, self-discipline, personal effectiveness, communication, negotiation, persuasion, ethically of course, physical strength and stamina, and flexibility, especially important if you sit a lot.
A toolkit for life, basically.
Pretty much. Build a strong foundation first. Financial safety net, 6 months expenses, valuable skills, good relationships, keep learning.
Solid advice. And part of that foundation, especially for long-term achievement, is balance. His rule: leave the office on time and don't take your work home. Simple but hard.
So hard in today's culture, right? Where long hours are often seen as productive, even if they're not. He calls out that perception is reality trap.
And the health downsides.
Huge. Depression, sleep issues, memory problems, heart disease. His rules are firm. Leave on time. Leave work at work. The office will survive. Your company won't go bust. Often, it's just ego keeping you there late.
He quotes Marcus Aurelius.
Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself. He insists we need rules, like kids do, to protect us from our own tendency to overwork.
Protect us from ourselves.
Okay.
And the engine driving all achievement: consistency. Improve by 0.1% every day.
Yeah, this loops back to his Stoic influences. Control what you can control. Your actions, your mindset, your attitude, your determination. If something goes wrong, fix it or find a way around it. Expect setbacks.
So consistency beats intensity.
Over the long haul, absolutely. It's about daily progress, not occasional heroic efforts or all-nighters. That 0.1% daily gain sounds tiny, but it compounds massively. It's achievable.
Now, this next one really made me pause. He questions the whole "get out of your comfort zone" mantra. Asks, who says you have to?
It's definitely contrarian, isn't it? He says he likes his comfort zone. It's where his family, friends, work, music are. It's his safe base.
So magic doesn't happen outside the comfort zone.
Not necessarily, he argues. He thinks magic often happens from a place of safety, which allows you to take calculated risks, try new things without freaking out. He calls it the slow road to magic.
Building from a strong foundation.
Exactly. That foundation includes savings, skills, relationships. He warns against pushing so hard life becomes miserable. Stay true to your nature, introvert or extrovert. Don't force it.
It's actually quite liberating. Okay, another powerful concept. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. Sounds cliche, but he gives it teeth.
He does. It's not just wishful thinking. He cites William James. Belief will help create the fact. It's about deciding what to believe.
Consciously choosing your belief.
Yes. He shares his story about fearing he'd be a bum as a writer because people told him he couldn't make a living. He decided to believe he could, and that belief became a tool, an instrument to shape his actions and reality.
Belief is a practical tool. Interesting. He also challenges the competitive mindset with don't compete, create.
Yeah, he argues that always thinking about competing for jobs, for market share, assumes resources are limited. It breeds fear.
The scarcity mindset.
Right. He champions an abundance mindset. Quotes Wallace D. Wattles, "You are to create, not to compete." He points to history. Humanity keeps growing, creating more.
So if the job you want doesn't exist,
Create it, like the chief happiness officer role. Don't listen to people who say it can't be done.
Yeah.
Focus on creating value.
create value. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And underpinning all this ability to create, to achieve, all strength comes from repetition. Back to basics.
Absolutely. Ignoring the fundamentals kills consistency. He uses UFC champ Daniel Cormier as an example. Top guys master the basics through endless repetition.
Mental strength, too.
Same principle. He echoes Stephen Pressfield on building internal strengths like self-discipline through practice. Foroux himself rereads foundational books on stoicism and writing regularly. Adopts a stay-a-beginner mindset.
Never stop practicing the fundamentals.
That's how you get great and how you stay great.
Okay, finally, how does he measure success? How I measure my life. It's not just about money or status, is it?
No, not at all. He observes that truly successful thinkers often look at three interconnected areas: energy, work, and relationships. Clayton Christensen also highlighted relationships as key for long-term happiness.
So how does Foroux measure each? Energy.
By how he physically feels, he boosts it with daily exercise weights, runs, walks, and clean eating, avoiding processed stuff and sugar.
Makes sense. Work.
Measured by learning potential and continuous growth. Learning leads to contribution, which often leads to income. But knowledge has to be applied, put into action.
Learning plus action.
Yeah.
And relationships.
This is measured by your contribution, your time, your energy, not by how others treat you. He quotes Wayne Dyer. How you react is yours. Focus on what you control. That strengthens relationships. It's a timeless lesson.
Focus on your contribution.
Okay.
And the very last idea, possibly the most mind-bending. Why you should live like you're immortal. In a world screaming, life is short.
It really flips the script, doesn't it? The life is short idea can actually be counterproductive. Makes you think, why bother with hard stuff? Leads to short-term fixes.
So the immortal mindset isn't about denying death.
No, it's inspired by Marcus Aurelius reflecting on living properly after accepting death. It encourages building things that last, learning from mistakes without crippling pressure, treating people well because, hey, they'll be around forever in this mindset.
Paradoxical.
Totally. But living this way actually leads to better today decision saving, investing, building relationships, and ironically, more satisfaction now. It blends urgency with the big picture.
Wow. Okay, We've really dug deep into Darius Foroux's Do It Today. It's clear that overcoming procrastination, boosting productivity, achieving meaningful things, it's not about tricks, it's a whole mindset shift.
And consistent systems.
Right. Consistent application of practical systems.
And you know, what he says in his own postscript is really interesting. He totally owns the fact that he might contradict himself sometimes. Says, a person who doesn't contradict himself is an idiot.
I like that.
Yeah. He even admits he sometimes forgets what he's written, which reinforces his point that life is not about what you know, it's about what you don't know.
Humility driving learning.
Exactly. We never truly master things. We just keep coming back to them, learning more, because there's always more to learn.
Always more. Okay, so for you, our listener, here's something to chew on. If all strength comes from repetition, like Foroux says, and you maybe only need one key idea to spark a change, what is one small positive action from everything we've talked about today that you will commit to repeating consistently, starting today? How will you start living the Do It Today philosophy?